Hi everybody, welcome to Mindful Message number 2. This one is how to get a friend to be more than a friend, how to get out of the friend zone. This is a list to both help you actually get into that conversation, but also how to test the waters before you do. So let's jump right in. First of all, if you've been friends with someone for a long time, you should be comfortable enough to invite that person over for dinner. However, this isn't going to be like any other dinner you had with them before. You're not going out where you're going to have distractions, and there's not going to be other people around or other friends or roommates. This has got to be something you do just with you two in the room to, one, understand each other better and speak and communicate as best as you can without distractions, and to test the waters. With this date-like setting, be a bit more romantic. Set the table, put some candles out. When they walk into it, don't overwhelm them, because if you haven't had a discussion yet, it might be weird, but set the tone of, this is something important to me. I want this to be a little bit more romantical than a hangout. Have that vibe out there. This is a good way to gauge their reaction, because if they walk in and they're like, ooh, look at all this stuff. It's like so pretty in here. It's a date. Like, it looks like a date in here. Like, if they're like happy about it, or like surprised by it, or, you know, curious in a nice way, that is a good omen, I would think, that they would be open and receptive to something romantic with you. But if they're very resistant, like, oh my god, why are all these candles lit? Like, what's going on? And they seem a little freaked out or worried or just not into it, then maybe you just be like, I don't know, I was in a creative mood, I just started decorating. Even if you're a guy, it doesn't matter. Just like, I don't know. You're friends, you can laugh it off if it does seem like it's a no-go, without, putting your foot in your mouth and ruining your friendship. Not that these discussions will. If a person is a true friend, you can really get through anything. But at this date, this is where you would be like, I've been friends with you for a long time. We like a lot of the same things. Like, call me crazy, but what would you think about, maybe seeing if we're compatible in other ways? Would you ever be open to that? I don't want to pressure you. I don't want to fuck up our friendship. I don't want you to feel like anything's going to change. I just want to pick your brain on this because I've been thinking about it. And, if you need time to think about it too, cool. But I just want to put it out there. I feel like I would regret it if I didn't say something. That is something you can 100% move past if it doesn't go your way. And if it does go your way, it 100% opens the door. And again, it's a small, intimate space. No one's around. This person's going to be able to feel, or they should feel, like they could be more truthful without, other eyes or pressure anywhere from anywhere else. It's just the two of you. You can be real and be honest. I would start there. Then, if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to do a whole date yet, and you just want to do a tester, you can start being more affectionate. Side hugging them. If they're upset, don't be a perv about it. Don't look and seek out these moments. But if you are in a moment where you can give physical comfort instead of just words, touching their hand or rubbing their back, those things can spark romantic feelings in other people as well as yourself. It's a good way to see if you just appreciate. Sorry, it's a little hotter than I thought. I wore a hoodie because it was windy, but it's hot when you're on your walk. Anyway, so side hug, front hug. If you're brave enough, grab their hand and see how it goes. Just add a little bit of physicalness in it. If you are there yet and you're comfortable, and if you get a reaction like, oh, bro, what are you doing? Why are you trying to hold my hand? That's weird. And they don't really have romantic feelings for you. That's also a good way to test it. So basically, you could open up discussions like, what would be a person you would like to date? or what are you looking for, and being interested in what they are interested in. Be like, you know, that sounds like an awful lot like me, only if it does. Don't try to be something you're not. But you know, that would be a good shoe-in. If like, oh, I'm looking for somebody who likes to walk after work or whatever, and be like, oh, I like that, and just keep whatever they say that's actually true for you to be like, that sounds like we could be a good couple. Like, you could throw it out like you are. I wouldn't say it as a joke, because if they do have feelings and you're making light of it, you could discourage them. But if they make a joke out of it and discourage you, that's not a positive sign either. So gauge it at your own risk. You could plan a little trip since you're friends. Just like go somewhere for a weekend, a couple days. See how you like handle, you know, being together all the time, like going out to eat, maybe drinking a little, see what happens and see where it goes. If you know, try your best to see if a romantic thing can happen and it really just stays in the friend zone on that trip, you either have to put a little bit more work in, or maybe that person just isn't savvy to what you're going through. So while you're on that vacation, if things are warming up, warm up the conversation. But if things are staying homey-fied, but you actually have to put the effort in, you can't just like take them on a trip and see what happens. You have to like test the waters and like put the romantic vibes out, or they're not going to respond to it. You're initiating. You have to initiate, collective. Maybe you're going together for like a wedding, like maybe you're each other's plus ones, or you have concert tickets or something. You're going to an event. Maybe ahead of the event, be like, hey, you know, maybe we should have like a rager night and like just crash here. Like, I live closer, or I'm driving anyway. Like, want to just like plan to like hang out at my place after. We could get movies, we could get more drinks, we could invite a few people back and see if they're willing to, you know, make a date of an event or take it after hours is also a good gauge. Or you can flip the script. We're friends. I got invited to this wedding. I don't want to go stag. You want to come with me to this wedding and just hang out with me? And I have never in my life met a friend that went as somebody's wedding date plus one that was not interested in that other person. People don't go to weddings with people unless they fucking really care, or you really are besties like that and you just do things together like that in general. But if you've never done that and you ask them and they go, they're into you, or they care deeply for you. And see what happens. Lean into the event. Work out together. I don't know why exercise always seems to make people flirt that have feelings for each other. So like maybe booking a personal trainer or working out together, you'll get those flirty feelies going on, getting all sweaty. You'll start thinking about other things, and then if there really is something between you, you'll know. If they're going through something hard, if they're like sick, showing up with like soup, or helping them with something that they really need, a ride, or just coming over to hang out with them if they're sick and can't really go anywhere, like going over there to hang out and watch a movie, showing that affectionate care, that says more than just a friend. That says my heart is in it, and anybody should really pick up on that, unless you're doing that shit all the time. Then you have to be a bit more clear. I'm like, you know, I'm over here taking care of you because I want to be with you, right? And at that point, if they're not picking up on the hint, eventually put the hint out there. Bring them to like a family event and see how they interact with your family. Since you're friends at this point, it might not be weird, but like, hey, my family's having a barbecue, you want to stop by? My dad makes a great steak, you know, you don't want to miss the steak. And just seeing if they jive with your family, and that intimate environment can tell a lot about if a person likes you as well. Because again, most friends are going to be like, I'll set that one out. But if they're like, sure, I'll come meet the family, they definitely like you. I mean, who does that? Like, I don't go to barbecues at their, well, I guess I do. That's like a birthday party or something. But you know what I mean? Put it out there. Don't be afraid. Life's too short to wonder or to wish and watch it walk away.